The entertainment industry is once again in turmoil. After days of public shock over the tragic case involving Yu Menglong, now the name of popular actress Xing Fei has suddenly been dragged into the controversy. No one expected that a name known for its professionalism and positive image would suddenly find itself at the center of a storm of speculation. At first, there were only vague whispers on social media. The rumors that emerged seemed like ordinary gossip, like shadows passing through a dark room. However, within hours, the news grew, spreading like wildfire. Social media exploded. Millions of netizens were left with a big question mark. Why did Xing Fei's name appear in the midst of the Yu Menglong controversy? For weeks, Yu Menglong's case made headlines on almost all entertainment news platforms. The public demanded answers. What really happened in the actor's final days? Everyone focused on the details of the investigation, the evidence, and the official statements. However, as the world's attention was focused on the clarity of the case, a surprising development drew attention elsewhere, towards Xing Fei. Speculation arose so quickly, as if there was a force deliberately pushing a new narrative. Old photos, edited videos, and blurry screenshots suddenly flooded timelines. The narrative that was built, Xing Fei and Yu Menglong were suspected of having a relationship that was more than just colleagues. In fact, there was no real evidence to support these allegations. However, the online public often does not wait for the truth. They are hungry for drama, and this time, Xing Fei was the main character in a story full of questions. It is true that Xing Fei and Yu Menglong were once in the same professional circle. They had attended similar events, interacted at several social moments, and were even seen in the same circle of friends. But in the entertainment world, that's normal. Celebrities often meet, greet each other, and even take photos together. Unfortunately, that simple fact was twisted. Video clips were edited, old photos were dug up, and then given a narrative as if the two had a special relationship. Without verification, without concrete evidence, the rumors grew, slowly eating away at Xing Fei's reputation. When Xing Fei's name suddenly became trending, the actress's fandom did not remain silent. Thousands of fans immediately launched a hashtag of support, flooding the timeline with positive messages. Xing Fei is always professional, wrote one fan. It's unfair to drag her name through the mud without evidence, exclaimed another. Within hours, a massive defense campaign was formed. The fans decided they would not let their idol be consumed by baseless rumors. The result? Social media turned into a battlefield of opinions. On one side were those who believed the gossip. On the other were fans fighting hard to clear Xing Fei's name. Not only fans, but several entertainment industry observers also spoke up. They assessed that dragging Xing Fei's name into this case could be a diversionary tactic. When a case becomes too big, there is a tendency for certain parties to bring in new names to keep the public's attention, said one analyst. Moreover, Xing Fei is one of the most popular actresses. Her name is marketable. Any narrative involving her is almost certain to grab attention. This is why many believe that this rumor is not a coincidence, but a deliberate strategy. Interestingly, Xing Fei himself chose to remain silent. There was no official statement, no clarification, no reaction. For some people, this silence is a form of professionalism that he does not want to give a platform to cheap gossip. However, for others, his silence is considered a big question mark. Does she really not care? Or is silence a way to avoid saying the wrong thing? These questions make speculation even more difficult to contain. The saddest part of all this is how the main case, the Yu Menglong case, seems to be slowly overshadowed by rumors involving other names. Many Yu Menglong fans are angry. This is not about other people. This is about finding the truth for Menglong, wrote one netizen emotionally. The frustration is real. Amidst efforts to find answers to the mystery surrounding Yu Menglong's last days, the public is instead being fed additional drama that may not even be relevant. If we look closer, the reality is clear. There are no official documents, investigation reports, or statements from authorities linking Xing Fei to this case. That name was never mentioned in the context of the investigation. Everything that is circulating is mere speculation. However, in the digital age, speculation is often stronger than facts. This is the true face of the entertainment industry today. Reputations can be destroyed just because of one trending hashtag. Careers built over many years can collapse overnight just because of one rumor that may not even be true. Xing Fei is now a clear example of how fragile a star's position is amid the rapid flow of information. Her fans may be able to protect her for a while, but if this rumor continues to be stirred up, a dark shadow will always loom over her. A big question arises. Will Xing Fei or her agency finally speak up? Or will they continue to remain silent until this storm subsides? Until now, Xing Fei's involvement in the Yu Menglong case is still only speculation. No truth has been revealed. No real evidence has been shown. All that exists is speculation, gossip, and debate. However, one thing is certain. This storm has shown how quickly the digital world can change the course of a story. Today, Xing Fei may be the target of gossip. Tomorrow, it could be someone else's turn. What remains is one important lesson. The virtual world can be cruel, and the truth is often buried behind sensationalism.